Those at work were near in age. To me, we're getting married, one by one. And I too was thinking of proposing to my girlfriend, whom I live with now. That boring office worker is me, Yuto Takano.
Senpai!
This person here, that is a bit too close for professionalism, is my one and only subordinate, Himeno Akizuki. She is 3 years younger than I am, and I was assigned to be her mentor on her first year here. What's up? I looked back at her as I was packing my things to leave on the clock.
I hope things work out well.
She was looking up at me and signaling me good luck. What could I say to please my girlfriend? What kinds of gifts she might enjoy? All those things I had no clue about. Himeno Akizuki was the one to give me advice. And I had already told Akizuki that I had planned to propose to my girlfriend that night. The reason being, it is my girlfriend's birthday today. Yep, I'll try my best to make the most out of all that you've taught me.
I might just text you if I get too anxious about what she had responded.
I left the office with Akizuki happily seeing me off. I had made a reservation at a fancy restaurant that would usually be out of my reach. I had prepared a ring, so I was ready. As I headed on my way, very anxiously, I saw something unimaginable.
Thanks for everything.
I was greeted by an unknown man and my girlfriend, Rena Saegusa. Rena pushed the key to our place into my chest. What's going on? It was clear what was happening here, but my mind was refusing to understand. Hey, don't tell me you're that stupid. The unknown man said mockingly. My heart was filling with rage. Hey, Rena, did you bring a guy like him just to mock me and to break up with me?
Otherwise, you wouldn't have given up on me, would you?
Rena admitted immediately. I paid most of the rent as well as our day-to-day spendings. Even then, Rena was so beautiful, I felt she was too good for me, and I believed that she had chosen me despite that. That's why she was my main motivation for work, and had decided to ask her to marry me. But why?
I had to hold back on a lot of things while I was with you. Did you notice that? You weren't that good on bed either, so...
Rena sneered at me. I guess this is what it feels like when you spend an extraordinary amount of money on a prostitute and don't get any love back, I thought to myself.
So that's it. Bye.
Rena didn't even look back as she got in the passenger seat of the guy's expensive-looking vehicle. That was too bad. Well, my dad runs a business, so I won't keep you unsatisfied. The guy said as he got into the driver's seat and drove away. Oh, what had I been working so hard for? All I had left was a feeling of emptiness. I woke up to the vibration of my phone going off. It looks like I had passed out to sleep in my disappointment. Hello? As I answered the phone with a voice so weak, even I was surprised by it.
Senpai, so how did it go? Well, I guess it isn't even worth asking.
I heard Himeno Akizuki's voice on the other end of the call. She had guessed the results from my voice, and I apologized to her in a disappointing tone. I could have put your advice to good use. Sorry.
What are you apologizing for?
Her voice sounded confused on the other end of the call. You know, I wasted your good intentions and wishes. She then proceeded to laugh.
It's so like you to worry about others before yourself. But for now, I think you need to worry about yourself a little more.
Upon hearing her light-hearted laugh, I looked over at the time and realized my mistake. Why didn't you tell me about this first? As I was about to be late to work, I decided last minute to take the half day off with the excuse of seeing the doctor. Our department had a great success in our most recent project, so we had a congratulatory party planned after work. Naturally, I was not in the mood to go.
I overheard you being scolded for bailing out last minute.
I heard a familiar voice on my way to the station. Oh, it's you, Akizuki. Don't you need to be at the party? Akizuki is our department's idol. It would have been a blast had she decided to go.
You're more important than a silly party, senpai.
Akizuki smiled with a mysterious smile on her face.
Would you mind if I asked you about what happened last night?
As Akizuki looked up at me with puppy dog eyes, I couldn't say no and started to talk about last night. I did fear that talking about it would feel like I'm embarrassing myself, but I also felt like I might feel better if I let it out, so I started talking.
Wow, your ex is really cruel.
Rena, listen to me talk sympathetically. Thanks for listening. It's the end of the month. Don't you have any plans of your own today? You don't need to waste your time on me, you know. This time she's using to be with her loser boss is a waste to her.
Plans? Nope, nothing for now.
Akizuki said as she looked at me with a playful look.
But I am about to get busy.
What does she mean by that? As I was trying to process what Akizuki was saying to me,
Senpai, aren't you angry? Don't you want to get back at them?
Rena and I's relationship ended with her making fun of me. What's done is done, but I do feel some resentment. Well, yeah, a little bit, but how? I asked, and Akizuki smiled back at me.
You need to find someone better and be happier than you ever were with her.
Someone better? I wouldn't be in this situation if I could find someone like that. So, are you going to introduce me to someone? I asked Akizuki jokingly.
She's right in front of you. Someone that can pick you up and be kind to you in your time of need.
Akizuki was looking at me with a devilish look on her face. Oh, just listen to what I gotta say. I have had quite a few drinks at the bar that Akizuki had invited me out to. Well, this might be just what I needed to forget something so traumatic. I thought in my already useless brain of mine as I downed another pint. Even then, there was one thing that I had realized. Why are you still acting sober, Akizuki?
I'm not as a big drinker as you are, so I'm taking my time.
It seemed that Akizuki was skillfully controlling the amount I was drinking.
So, shall we head out now?
Now that I think about it, I think that I had her listen to a fair amount of complaints and sad stories. I feel bad for making her stay any longer, so I guess I should head home. Plus, Akizuki probably wants to leave by now too. Although I felt like I wanted to stay longer, we paid the bill and headed out the door.
Senpai, you're walking all wobbly.
Akizuki is shorter than me, so inevitably she looked up at me. Really? I can go on my own though? If anything, I could walk you out to the station too.
Senpai, do you even know what time it is now?
After being told that, I looked down at my watch and realized that it is well past midnight. Has the last train already left? With my wobbly legs, it looks like it might take up to 20 minutes to get to the station. So it looks like I won't make it in time for the last train. The last trains leave pretty early in this town. That is far from what you would consider urban.
Yup, so why don't we stop somewhere for a break?
Akizuki said with her face right up to mine. I can't help but look at the well-balanced face of the office idol. So, sure. I guess it was due to all the alcohol, but I just nodded and was taken into a building that looked like something out of a fairy tale.
Good morning, Senpai. Would you like some coffee?
I wake up and I saw Akizuki in her underwear. Did I do something I shouldn't have? My memory is gradually coming back to me. I had Akizuki listen to me talk about my problems at the bar. We didn't make the last train and then...
You were acting really clingy last night.
Akizuki said teasingly as she watched for my reaction. So, you're fine with this, Akizuki? I asked, and she pouted at me.
You promised me last night that you would call me by my name, Himeno, not my last name, Akizuki.
Did I? Sorry. I rushed to apologize. Then Himeno said,
Don't you have something else you have to say to me?
As long as I had slept with her on a whim, I guess I need to take responsibility for my actions. Yeah, I promise to take responsibility should anything happen. I didn't say that because it was the right thing to say, but I said it with Himeno's personality in mind.
It doesn't have to be when something happens, you know? Because I like you, senpai.
Why me? I couldn't look straight back at her when she was looking at me with such intimate eyes. So I asked while looking away from her.
You were the one who helped me through work when I had no knowledge or experience. You cover for me, even when I messed up. You're kind.
Himeno started to look shy too and looked away. I see.
So, what I'm trying to say is, I want you to take responsibility for me, like, you know?
Although I did feel some remorse for feeling this way right after a breakup, but I had feelings for Himeno at this moment. So Himeno, please let me take responsibility, and please help me get my little revenge.
That's more like it.
Himeno said as she leaned in for a kiss.